A little bit of elevator music to start the day. Do 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 do. All right. What quest am I working on? Meg thinks we're gonna need to bring along the big guns to break into the former government-owned Vault 79, and we'll need to get Gale the super mutant on board. I should speak with her. Oh, that's right. We've been working on. I think it booted me out of their camp. Because I think she had told me to talk to one of her members of the camp. Yeah, to convince somebody. However, she doesn't seem to still have that quest available. I don't know who. Oh, Gale. Never mind.
Gale needs help. No time to waste making talks with newbies.
Okay.
Go away, stupid human!
Wow. All right. Well, I don't have the charisma. This is unfortunate. Yeah, welcome to West Virginia, right? Yeah. Where people like Gale have a smiling face to reach you with. Yeah.
Calm down. You don't tell Gale what to do. Gale tells you what to do. Gale is bigger, stronger. You just like the others. No one actually want to help Gale. No one have...
I did not mean to do that.
You again?
What's your problem?
You need help? No! Gale needs help. Gale don't like your attitude. Gale don't like your face. You just
Her apron
like
says
the
rah
others.
rah.
No one actually want. They see Gale. I say help. They say Gale can help self. But they no listen. Gale don't want to crush humans. But will soon if no one help. Then they listen maybe.
Calm down first. Then we can talk about it.
Gale, swear. You say calm down one more time. You get crushed into red puddle. Gale sick of humans saying calm down. Gale calm down when Gale want to calm down. Humans saying calm down don't make Gale calm down. Make Gale more angry.
Okay then. Do you need a tampon,
I
Gale?
explain problem. I say she gone. They no understand. They say calm down. Stop yelling. Don't throw things. Stop breaking arm. But no one listens. No one helps. Someone say maybe Gale is just hungry. So they give meat. Gale no want meat. Not now. Not while Gale need help. It make Gale want to scream. Oh!
Tell me what I need to do.
Finally! Someone listen to Gale! This is good! You will help Gale find her! Rara! Gale's little Rara is in danger!
Okay.
Rara went into Pipe at Big Steel Place, but Gale too big, so Gale need you to go after Rara. Gale waited and called to Rara, but Rara did not come back.
I
so
forget what
Gale is
Meg said
worried.
Rara
Gale come
is.
back for help.
I don't
To
remember.
get human to go in Pipe to get Rara, but no one listened to Gale until you. Now you go to Pipe and go get Rara out. Easy for someone small and weak like you.
Sure.
Good. One more thing. If you be nice to Rara and she like you, she will be good and helpful. If she don't like you, she make things hard for you. Rara loves Gale, so life is easy. You are stranger though, so keep in mind. Now
Yes. Okay. Enter the Grafton Steel Underground.
I got my own problems to worry about.
That is way down there. What's up, Shiny? Shiny!
Great. Now it's going to be pouring down rain.
Gunfire! To the Grafton Steel Underground. See what we can see. What's up, Huron? Good morning, everybody. Buenos días a todos. Alright, find Rara. Of course.
Identified intruder detected. Beginning. Kill alarm. Standing down.
Okay.
Please take cover until the danger has been.
I heard a voice. Is it like a kid? It totally looks like a kid. How do you run out of wood in your camp in the woods, Shiny? You're totally a kid.
You're the outsider that was talking to Meg. Did you kill the Robos?
I did.
Couldn't get out because the Robos wanted to kill me. Did you kill them?
I did. Should be safe. I'm here to help.
Good. Where's Gail? I want to see her. Is she with you?
Gail's the one who sent me.
Why didn't Gail come for me? Why did she send you? You're not big and strong like Gail. You look like boring and weak.
Thanks, kid. Gail couldn't fit in the pipe. She sent me to help instead.
Oh, okay. But Gail would help me find Bunabun first. Are you gonna do that too?
Sure, why not?
I'm not gonna leave until I find Bunabun. There's more Robos, and I can't do it myself. I
Oh,
tried,
God,
but
if-
then the Robos got mad and tried to get me. I don't know. Are you sure you can do it? Gail is big and nice and great and strong, and you're... you. Yay! I knew you'd help. I'm coming to save you, Bunabun. We're gonna find my Bunabun. Maybe, don't.
So I don't know what Bunabun is.
What's wrong?
That has a card reader. Gots to find me a slider card for that door. What's up, Allie? Okay, I don't see anything up here. It's telling me to speak with her.
Did you find anything? Is the door still locked?
Think you can go in the vents and unlock it from the other side?
I did that before. Not here, but in somewhere else. It's fun.
Chop
Except this
chop,
one
kid.
time I did it and the vent fell when I was crawling in it and everyone thought I was hurt, but I wasn't.
Talk less, crawl more.
You worry too much. Dangerous is my middle name. Actually, I don't know what my middle name is, so now it's Dangerous. Now I just need a last name.
I'm awake. That's about as far as I can say this morning. I'm awake. And I did what I did something naughty this morning. I've been trying really hard to. I'm not super strict about it, but I've been trying to fast, like not eat. I'm trying to do the intermittent fasting thing. So I'm trying not to eat until like 9 o'clock in the morning. It did not happen. I went out and made my coffee, and the brownies I made yesterday morning were sitting right there in a container on the counter, right by the French press, and I totally nommed a frickin' massive brownie triangle.
Approach and identify yourself. Law-abiding citizens will not commit attack. Identify yourself. Law-abiding citizens will not be harmed.
So that's how my day's going so far. Open the door, kid. It's not even, I don't even know that I should call it intermittent fasting. It's just trying to control my eating because I have a snack problem. Like I just snack all day long. So like I will just snack even up until, and it's not healthy to like eat before you go to bed. And I will snack all the way right up until the point where I'm going to bed. And it's like I'm trying really hard because I have I went into the closet a couple of days ago, maybe 3 days ago, and I went to go put on a pair of shorts that I hadn't worn since before the accident. And I couldn't, like, I could button them, but it was like, oh my God, there's no way I'm wearing these because it was super tight. So then I tried on like 4 pairs of my other shorts and it was like, oh shit, none of these fit. And I used to need a belt for all 4 pairs of those shorts. I used to need a belt to keep them up. I don't have a scale in my house, so I don't know how much I've put on, but you guys don't see it because you only ever see me from the chest up. But I have a paunch now, which I've never had before, and it's literally just because of after I had the fall, I quit running and I quit exercising. I couldn't do anything for like 8 months, and then technically I haven't done any physical therapy for like 3 months now or something like that, and I've still just been sitting on my ass, not doing anything. So I'm trying really hard to rectify that situation, and the first place to start is trying to just eat between like 9 a.m. and like 3 p.m., 4 p.m. Not eat anything after 4. Dude, I cannot. The whole thing after 4 o'clock is really hard for me because Chris and my grandniece are out there eating until like I have no self-control is what it comes down to. These are personal problems. Because my grandniece will eat until like 10 o'clock at night if you let her. She just keeps nomming. And it's like I go out there and I'm like, damn it, you guys are eating hot dogs. I'll have a hot dog. Oh, you guys are making mac and cheese and it's 7:30 at night. I'll have some mac and cheese. Oh, we're having cookies and tea at like 8:30. I'll have some cookies. Yeah, clothing shrinks as we mature. Also, yeah, I mean, as you get older, of course, the metabolism slows down. But mine is 100% related to I quit exercising, and I just have sat here for the last year and a half and just snack and eat, stream, snack, eat, stream, snacks, eat. So the last few days I've been trying to. I went for the first run I'd had done in a while, like 3 days ago, and today it's another day. But I broke the fast this morning with a massive brownie hunk, so that's not a good start to the day.
That was funny. I pressed the button and more
It
Robos
was
came out
fucking
hiding to
delicious, I'll
play
tell
with
you
it,
that much.
and then you killed them.
Uh, please don't play with buttons.
Why though?
The robots could have hurt us badly, and we'd never be able to find Bun.
I guess so. I do want to find Bunabun. I can maybe come back here with Gale later and she'll let me press all the buttons I want. Sorry, I keep forgetting you're not Gale. She would have thought it was fun. She likes killing robos. She can take care of anything. I'll be more careful. Oh, I heard the thing. The animal in the vent over there. I think it still has Bunabun. I'm going after it.
The kid's gonna disappear into the vent. Oh, there's definitely robots up there. Oh, that's a good guy robot. No, I thought you were a good guy robot. You're not a good guy robot. Oh, cheddar flavored chips. Mm. Yeah, I'd say my number one weakness is potato chips. Chris's number one weakness is cookies, but she works all day out in the chicken coop and stuff, so she's skinny as hell. She never gains weight. My wife has never gained weight the whole time we've been together. Never. She's just a frickin' twig. But she works all day, so there's a big difference. When you sit on your ass all day like I do, it definitely takes its toll.
Unidentified intruder detected. Beginning search.
I say all that to say my brownie was delicious. It was worth it. I will lament about it all day today. And I will cry about how I was bad and broke my diet and I'm trying to get back in shape. And at the same time, brownie. If you asked me if I'd do it again, I totally fucking would. It's just a brownie, you can work it off. Sweat, baby, sweat. Ooh, triple fleet, triple treat, triple cheese. Jesus, by dyslexia. Am I playing this with a family? No, I am playing this solo. The only game I play with my family right now is Lord of the Rings Online, and that just depends. It's like a couple times a month on Sundays. Nothing like a dirty ashtray. Pumpkin pie! I will totally eat that. And love every moment of it. Give me more! If you had to ask me to choose between a brownie and a pumpkin pie, I would totally choose pumpkin pie. Sometimes with whipped cream, sometimes without. It kind of just depends on the mood. I would say 9 times out of 10, I'm going to eat the pumpkin pie without the whipped cream. I just like good old Pat pumpkin pie, cold out of the fridge.
The stupid animal was too fast, and it was getting hot in the
What's up,
vent,
Drew
so
Bro?
I needed to take a break. Hey, also, do you have anything to eat? I'm starving.
Here you go, kid.
I hope it's something tasty.
Have some canned dog food, kid.
Yum, that's perfect. Thank you. All these locked doors. Don't worry, I'll get it open.
Not a fan of pumpkin pie. It's alright, I'll eat your portion.
Okay, going back into my bun. Bye.
What the fuck is that? I may have jabbed myself 2 times. Oh my god, this thing's coming for me. Is it still not dead? It's in the wall. Oh no!
I have not been programmed to fail.
Well, you're in the wall. I wonder if I'll be able to get past the door if it's stuck in the wall. We're gonna find out here in a minute. It might have a key on it or something, or the door might be programmed to not open until I kill it. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Allocating additional power to the sensors. The hostile will engage.
At least the grenade pushed it out of the wall. Well, the door is still locked. Oh, but I do have something I can use up here now. Sweet potato pie is really good too, and yeah, because we don't get pumpkin like that here very often, so we'll probably do pumpkin pie like once or twice a year. But Chris will make pumpkin pie quite a bit, or sweet potato pie quite a bit. Sweet potato pie can be similar, but it's got a different flavor, slightly different texture. I actually have a pumpkin pie spice that I use when I am eating lots of oatmeal, because I'll get tired of just like there's only so many ways you can eat oatmeal, and at some point you'll start getting tired of eating it. At least I have always gotten tired of eating it the same way every single time. And so one of the things I like to do is sprinkle some pumpkin spice in there. Give it a little extra.
I found some fresh animal poops in there, so I think I'm going the right way. It was really stinky, though, so I needed some fresh air. I'll go back in there to keep looking for Bunna Bun the Bun Bun. If you
Bunna
keep
Bun the
looking
Bun
out here.
Bun. I will totally keep looking here. Can you crawl into the vent and open the door?
Can I? You don't have to ask me a billion times. You're helping me with what I want, so I can help you get stuff you want, too.
Get in there, kid, before I pepper you with rock salt. Dance, little kid, dance.
While you're playing with that old thing, I'm gonna go back into the vent and I'm gonna follow those stinky poops till they lead me to Bunna Bun.
That's right. Follow the stinky poops, kid. Civilian power armor towards industrial applications. Super steel.
I'm okay. I can't get back in the vent though, and there's some gun thingies in here. I think they wanna shoot me.
Sweet potato pie. Sounds really good, actually. Good luck, kid. Excuse me. How come I was able to hit the first one, but I can't hit this one? Odd.
Approach and identify yourself. Law-abiding citizen.
Okay, what is up with that? Are there colliders in place or something?
Warning. Repair urgently.
Security password. Okay, this is annoying. There's definitely another one right there, but I can't. It's like colliders or something that won't let me shoot it. Oh, that one let me.
All clear.
Okay. Is there a way down from here? Not any doors? Ah, hang on. Open security door. How did I miss? I literally shot it in the back. Hamburger and fries. You can never go wrong. There's a couple of things in life I think I will never get tired of eating, which is hamburger and fries and pizza. Like those two things, I just... Whereas Chris, it's like any sort of fish or seafood. Like I like a good steak,
Intruder.
taters,
Identify
salad, but I don't know, burger and fries with like an ice cold Coca-Cola, or Dr. Pepper. I don't know, any sort of like pop soda. I don't think I've ever met a burger and fries that didn't agree with me. That's not true. That is not true, actually. Chris and I did find a place. I think it's the only place in my entire life that I found where the burger was so bad, like we never went back. It was like a bar type place, um, out on the down on the like one of the main strips in Mexico City. And we were out, we were hiking, doing a photo shoot, and we were both hungry. And it was like, I don't know, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And we were like, hey, this place looks interesting. And there was a bunch of people sitting down. Um, and so we were like, well, let's just sit down. And the menu was like bar food, right? It was like wings and stuff. So Chris loves wings. I love burgers. So I got a burger. She got wings. Dude, the wings were like straight up the frozen type of wings that they just like threw in a microwave. And the burger was one of the pre-packaged patties that you can buy in like a frozen, and it was literally like they had just thrown it in the microwave. It was like a piece of cardboard, and the bread was also like stale bread. Dude, I took one bite and was like, I'm not eating that. And Chris like took a bite of her wings and we're like, and we literally brought the waiter over and said, this is not food. We're not paying for this, and we left. It was like we paid for our drinks. We paid for our drinks, but we're like, we're not eating this food, and we're not paying for this food. This is not acceptable. Like, this is not for consumption by humans. This is shit. We paid for our drinks and left. Um, I think it's the only time I can ever think of in my entire life where I found a burger where I was like, oh, I have never gotten tired of pizza, Drew. You can have it so many different ways and all different toppings, and oh, I love pizza. Pizza. Breakfast pizza. Dessert pizza. Yeah, I don't talk about sodium. My wife yells at me for my salt consumption, and I probably have to worry about it long term. I think the thing I probably eat the most of is like cheese. Cheese is a big thing for me. I had to, it's been a few years ago now, the first time I ever went and got like a big physical done. I think it was when I was 40, about 5 years ago. That was when I quit drinking whole milk, because the doctor was like, your cholesterol, my triglycerides were like up near 600. Dude, my cholesterol was so fucking high. And it was like, because I was just eating, I was drinking like I would have whole milk, big bowl of cereal. I just eat cheese all day, pork tacos all day. So that was when I started going to the gym. And it took about a year, but I was able to get my, they just wanted to pop me up full of meds. And I was like, I don't want to take a bunch of anti-cholesterol medication. So I just quit drinking whole milk, stopped eating so much red meat, stopped eating pork. So just went down to like pork once a month, red meat once a month, lots of chicken, no whole milk, switched over to almond milk, and got my cholesterol down in about a year. No, switch. Get the fucking... Ow! Heal. Those things are deadly. Where the hell is this kid at? I gotta get up there somehow. Correct. Giving up cheese is not an option. How do I get up there? Yeah, I'm not a huge I don't mind fish from time to time, but Chris is like she'll eat fish every day of the week. Any type of fish, she just loves fish. Whereas I'm very much I don't mind certain types of river fish. I like snappers pretty good. I like salmon. Peje lagarto is pretty good. Carp. But there are things like trout. I don't like trout. I don't like catfish. I don't like shark.
That was fun. I was only a little scared.
Octopus,
But not really.
squid,
If
you
you
know.
tell Gale, just say I had fun, okay?
Depends on how it's cooked.
Me too. Thanks for killing the shooty things and helping me get out of there. Oh, so there was an old skeleton in the vents? He had a key and a piece of paper with something on it. Take a look. I'm gonna get back inside and try to find my bun though. Bye!
This quest is mildly annoying. Robots. Okay, so she ran off again. I can't follow her. But I do have a card reader. I'm guessing you can't shoot them until they're fully out of the tube because it just ignores your shot. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot I dinged level 40 last time, and I forgot to go like upgrade all my weapons to level 40 weapons.
Oh, I almost forgot. I found some other things in a bag near the skeleton. Maybe you can use them on the robos up ahead.
Collect the item Rah-Rah dropped. Pulse grenade. And then I miss. We're gonna get mobbed as soon as we pick up whatever that is. What is her toy? It's a frickin' toy bunny? Yep, that's what I was afraid of. Legendary Annihilator Sentry Bot Mark II. That's right. Let's see if I can get a sneak attack on this thing. Come around the corner, big boy. Alright, I don't have that pulse grenade. Oh, I bet I need to get the
Nuclear strike
fuck
imminent.
away from there.
Please exit the area at your earliest convenience.
Where? I may have to get that
Thank
pulse
you
grenade
for
the
your
kid gave me,
cooperation.
but I need to find a safe spot to, like, equip it. I don't have another grenade equipped. Oh, is plasma not going to do anything to this?
I can still see it down there. Go get it.
Oh, you know what? What parts can I shoot here? Shut up, kid. This thing's gonna destroy my armor. Dude, reload your fucking weapon. Not my favorite encounter. But also my weapons are all like level 30 weapons going up against whatever level that thing was.
Detected. Issuing combat commendation.
Oh, sweet. I got a commendation for that. Okay. That was mildly terrifying. But that's the fact. Definitely need to go repair my armor at that point. Oh, and I can make new armor. I'm level 40. Probably. Crisps. Where did that little brat run off to? Oh, there she is.
Yeah, you did it. You killed the evil Robo. Oh, at first he was all beep boop. I'm going to kill you, America, or whatever that is.
America!
Crap. And then you were all, no way. Smash it, smash it. Oh, and then it was like, kaboom! Dead. Then you got Bunnabun, and now we can go back and see Gale.
Sure,
I like
kid.
the part where the Robo got all mad and was shooting everywhere, even though it was scary. And the part where he went all kaboom and blew up.
How did you even... Yeah, okay, that's fine. Here's Bunnabun. Let's get out here and get back to Grail.
Bunnabun! Gimme, gimme, gimme! Thank you!
think we could use someone small who can get other places others can't. Want to help us break into a vault?
Only if I have to. You weren't very nice to me.
What the fuck? I
Gail
was
wants
totally
to go,
nice to
I'll
you.
go. Anyway, I'm going back to her now. So, bye, Buttface.
Oh man, you know, in a world where if I could quick save,
You, Bun. You're the best Bun.
there might have been an accident in the facility and poor little Rah Rah didn't make it. But there's no quick save, so kid's lucky. Dude, I have ammo. I have so much ammo of all types. Like, oops, wrong button. I have 300 shotgun shells. I had like 1,700 of that, but I burned through like 500. I've got 359 45 rounds. Dude, I have ammo of all types. Yeah.
What kind of trouble did he get into this time?
About time to hit up a camp again. No way in hell I'm scavenging out there. Oh hey, if it ain't 7-6. I heard all about what you did for Gale and Rara. Gale seemed pretty happy to see Rara. Still, I'm pissed no one around here would lift a finger for him, so guess I'm glad you came by.
Everybody's glad I came by. Why wouldn't anyone else help?
Well, some of them are just plain busy. But then lots of them don't like the idea of taking care of a kid. Many don't like big green mutant folk, understandably. But they ain't the leader around here. And I say those two are more useful than almost anyone else we got here. Besides, I got a soft spot for kids. So screw the haters. Well, look at you, all humble and shit. Listen, it's a bigger deal than you think. That little girl just might be the only reason Gale's so chill, and not trying to eat us like all the other super mutants out there.
Okay, what's next?
Glad you asked. The vault we're breaking into is gonna have a lot of security.
That's why you don't have
The kind
kids.
explosions and muscle ain't gonna help with. You wanna
Yeah,
get by
man.
security or any other surprises? There's only one guy I trust to get the job done. Gentleman Johnny Two Guns Weston.
Uh-huh.
So here's what's what. Johnny's the real deal. Best guy I got. I won't do this job without him. Think of him as an insurance policy. Thing is, on account of him being so critical to our success, he thinks he gets to do as he pleases. And to some degree, that's true. That being said, he can be fickle. If he doesn't want to do a job, well then Johnny doesn't do a job. Since you know what's at stake here better than I do, I want you to see if you can't convince him this is the right job for him. You dig?
Yeah, I dig. Leon from over on TikTok says, Rah Rah may be the same girl from the other Fallout game where she was stuck in an alien ship. I wonder if it is the same kid.
Good
That'd be
luck,
interesting if it
7-6.
was. That'd be a fun little
He may
Easter
need
egg.
a little convincing. Don't be afraid to give him some incentive to work this job.
You know, my incentive is usually a gun to the face. Let's do it.
Want something? You take it. The only way to live.
Alright, I'm gonna need to go get another cup of coffee here in a second. Johnny!
I got my own problems to worry about.
Gentleman Johnny.
Hey there, Vault Dweller. I've heard all about the plans for that Vault 79 raid of yours, so I'll spare you the time and tell you I'm in. All that sweet, sweet gold is as good as ours.
Alright, what's the catch, Johnny?
Hey, catch? It's not a catch so much as it is a business deal. Before I sign on for your Vault raid, I need you to do something for me. You've got the kind of skills I need to help pull off a very important job.
Oh, I'm sure. There's the catch.
Okay, fine. It's a catch. Is that what you needed to hear? Does it matter? Let's just move on. So here's what's what. I used to run jobs with my partner, Hal. Hal's a dear old friend. Known him since before the war. Hal and I went our separate ways when I joined up with Meg's crew. Now he's being held as a slave by a group of unsavory hooligans out by Watoga. And being forced to do who knows what. I got a plan to free him.
Uh-huh.
Always speaking in riddles.
All right. I knew you'd be on board. So, these guys run an arena in what used to be the Watoga Civic Center. People fight for riches, food, supplies, whatever they're willing to bet. Half the competitors are slaves, and their masters are betting on them. Others are just people trying to make their fortune. Now, Hal isn't much of a fighter, so he's being held there by one of these guys for some other purpose. I want to pass you off as my slave. I'll make a deal to sell you to Hal's master after you win the competition that will rig in your favor. Once you get into the slave quarters, you and Hal will break out and rendezvous with me. Any questions? All right, that's the spirit. So, here's how it'll go down. Meet me at the Watoga Civic Center, and I'll do some legwork before you get there. You'll want to slip in the back entrance. I'll be waiting. In character. We'll get you into the competition, and I'll go over the final details with you once I know more. See you there, partner.
The Watoga Civic Center. Well, before we do any... Oh, hang on. What was it? Oh, I'll need a key for that. We're not doing anything. We're going back to my camp first and foremost.
What kind of trouble did he get into this time?
Because I dinged, and I've got weapons that I stored. I don't have any armor stashed away, and I don't know if I can make... What's up, machine? Hold on to that. I don't care about that. That's level 50. I might hold on to that. That's... Okay, let's see here. I know I had a couple of level 40 weapons in here. Oh, and I can switch out my... I have a level 40 set of power armor. Alright, level 40 shotgun. Level 40 combat rifle. And then I have, pretty sure this is the level 40. Alright, armor, we can stash the level 20. Power armored chassis. Okay, let's mod these weapons first. Combat shotgun. No, hang on, don't scrap. Mod. Oh, let me grab some more coffee. I'm like an hour in and I've still only have one cup. All right. More coffee for the win. Yeah, Rah-Rah was slightly annoying. But it's all good. We're past it now. Alright, let's mod... I don't even know if I have the things to mod these weapons, but let's check it out. Automatic receiver to make this an automatic shotgun. What's the difference? I don't see any difference between focused and regular automatic. It depends on the morning. Most mornings I'm sucking it down, but I get sidetracked this morning doing quests, and so I only had my 1 cup of coffee. But we're on to cup 2 now, so. Fuck it, let's do a focus automatic receiver. Man, I don't have that many mods for these combat shotguns. I haven't found enough to like. I don't need a scope on a shotgun. I can put the reflex sight on it though. What's that gonna do? Aim speed, sighted accuracy. Why not? And a bayonet? No, thank you. I mean, yeah, apparently I haven't broken down very many of these automatic shotguns, because... This one feared you traded sweet moon sugar for bottle caps. That's right. That's right. Or maybe the moon sugar has me hallucinating of a place with caps. Standard long barrel. Fuck it, let's go. Alright. Well, I've got a modified automatic shotgun now. Alright, I need to play around with this thing now. If that's the case, I can break this one down. couple level 40s now. So we need to switch between these. So that's my tactical shotgun. And this is my suppressed automatic combat rifle. Okay, so essentially I have a couple level 40 weapons, and then I have my sniper rifle, which is only a level 30 weapon. Okay, now I get to see about making level 40 armor. See, I'm going to be short ballistic fiber again. That shit is hard to find. So I need to go out and do a supply run for ballistic fiber because I don't have any. I could potentially scrap the pieces I'm wearing. Actually, how does this compare? Well, out of the gate, 30-30, right? How does that compare to what I'm currently wearing? See, this Brotherhood of Steel set is still way better. I bet I'm not going to be able to make better than the level 30 Brotherhood of Steel stuff. Holy shit, some of it got torn up. Fiberglass right leg, 14-14. 14-14 right leg. 14-14 right leg. See what I'm wearing? I mean, obviously I can make this and then mod it. But I don't know that it's going to be... I mean, I'm probably just going to have to make it and then just see. Alright, well, let's just make this because the other piece is almost broken. So let's make a right leg and then mod it and see what I can come up with. Polymer combat reinforced. So that's 20 and 20. So that is a bit of an increase. So we can scrap the fiberglass combat armor right leg. Okay. Let's do the polymer. Let's do a left arm combat. Left arm. Nope, I don't have ballistic fiber. So I'm only getting the one piece is all I'm getting at the moment. Alright. Modify repair. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need a supply run, I think. I don't think what I'm going to be able to craft is going to be better than the Brotherhood of Steel stuff, though, to be honest with you. Why does that show a condition? Oh, because it was completely broken. Oh, I don't have the supplies. I'm out of ballistic. I can't even repair this shit because I don't have ballistic fiber, let alone make new pieces. Oh. Hoodoo. I love the helmet on that. So I have a helmet, a torso, and a right leg, but nothing else. So I would need some more bits and pieces for this thing. And I can't repair it here. I have to get to a... Yeah, right. I don't have the plans. Correct. I need to find a power armor rack. I still don't think I can make a power armor rack at my base. I don't think I've come across the plans yet. What were those under? Yep. Find plans to build this object. Oh, no worries, Allie. I'll be done by the end of... I don't have any plans to play this past the end of January, so don't worry. Alright. Well, essentially, if I want to make any new gear, I'm going to have to go do ballistic armor, and if I remember correctly... Pretty sure we found a bunch. Was it here? Was it Camp McClintock? I think there was a bunch of, like, ballistic armor around here. Even if I don't finish it, correct. I mean, next year is going to be jam-packed. As soon as February gets here, we start the new release cycle. Like March, I don't know how I'm going to survive March. Because we've got the new James Bond game, Crimson something, and fuck, I don't know. There's 3 PlayStation games that are launching in March within like a 6-day or 7-day span of each other. All 3 of them are AAA titles. It's like back to back. All 3 of them I want to play. February is High on Life 2 and something else. So once I get into the new, I mean, that's why I'm only going to run the sub for ESO until whenever. I think it runs out in January. And then ESO will go free to play. And I mean, I might still plug around with this in next year, but I don't know that I'm doing Crimson Desert, Thandar. I don't know. It's on the release schedule. I'm eyeballing it. I know that I'm playing James Bond. Fuck yeah, I'm playing James Bond. That'll probably be, 3-4 days. I'll play James Bond. And then I forget the name of the other game. It's the follow-up to Revenant. It's a like it's a science fiction shooter game where you go in and it's like Surasis or I forget what it's called. Um, I will definitely play a Starfield DLC whenever it drops, so never fear that. And then there's stuff that just creeps up, like I didn't even know about that D&D game that we played last night, which I'm gonna play more of later today. I'll play that. Saros, that's the one. That and James Bond are like within a week of each other, and then Crimson Desert is like sandwiched in between those two. Anyway, so like the D&D game that I tried, that was the thing where I got a key through Lurk It, and then Ashen's Steel has a key campaign on Lurk It right now, which I applied for last night. So if I get the key to play Ashen's Steel, I'm gonna go play Ashen's Steel, even though the demo was kind of like meh. You know, if they give me a free key, it's the priority is always anytime you do work with a company, even if it's just on a free key, it's always publicity. So when there are things that sneak up on the radar, I just throw those things in the hat. I had seen Cass's plays play it like a week ago, but I didn't even know what it was. I was just like, cool, interesting. Ash and Steel is buggy as fuck is what it comes down to. It's a I can't believe they launched it in the state that it's in. I think they ran out of money and they had to launch it. It is janky as fuck. But then again, Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 was a janky hot mess when it came out as well. So it's like, if Ash and Steel can manage to pull off like patching their game and fixing it and getting all the early kinks worked out, then I think it'll be a type of story like Kingdom Come Deliverance where it can become something better. I was not impressed with the demo, at least not from the perspective of playing like on the controller. I really want to play the Hightail early access. I think it looks really interesting, but they have just basically said we're not doing controller support at this point in time, and I'm just like, do I really want to play something with mouse and keyboard? And I'm like, you know what? If it's only the one game that I play mouse and keyboard in between all the other things I play, and it's good for the brand, then I'll suck it up, take an ibuprofen, do it. Well, to be honest with you, Allie, if I could play fewer games and still see the growth that I want to see and the traffic that I want to get and everything else, then I would play less games. But I still have goals, so my goals are not, becoming a 15,000 viewer streamer, but I still have goals of like financial goals really are my only things is financial goals. And the cool thing about financial goals is they don't necessarily have anything to do with streamer viewership. It mostly has to do with company sponsorships and brand deals. So I'm just plugging away at that stuff. And if I do those things, I do still have to focus on playing as many games as possible, which can sometimes be a little hectic, but I don't know. Chris and I were having a great conversation with her sister last night. Or was it last night? Not last night, the night before last. And we're eyeballing another property that if we do it will turn into a thing that Chris manages with her sister, which would be something that I don't necessarily have to be involved in, but peripherally I would be involved in. And then we're still debating, like, so our travel channel has just been sitting there for years, and we just turned it into our homestead channel. But we've talked about if we ever decide to actually break down and buy a car, we would start going on weekend outings and going back to producing travel content on that channel like once a week. I'm always doing lots of things. No, I don't waste my time with Steam controller mapping. If a company can't provide me with if a company cannot provide me with controller support out of the gate, then I'm not going to touch it, generally speaking. Like, I'm not going to deal with Steam controller support. That's janky shit, and I shouldn't have to do that. Like, we had this discussion the other night about how I've done game development in Unity and Unreal, and I know that even I, as a person who doesn't have a lot of programming skills, I can get controller support set up in games within an afternoon using plugins and blueprints. So I have no sympathy for developers who like drag their dick about not putting controller support in their games, because it's something you can do in an afternoon. Now, UI and stuff, that takes more time, but just like regular controller support, any developer can get that in. And if you're not putting controller support in your game in 2025, you're a lazy developer. So I'm definitely not going to waste my time like using a Steam overlay. Developers need to not be lazy and just make it work. And I could say that not as an armchair developer, but as someone who's actually done development work, and I know that it's not that big of a deal to get it in the game. And tutorials for the last fucking, for the love of all things holy, put that into. Ali says this year's lowest totals. This year has been my lowest total titles played. I think this was my biggest year. I think, what was it, September? We did 9 games in September, and I think we did 7 in October. I don't necessarily want to do that many games next year, I'll tell you that much. Was there something up top? I don't think I went up top. Oh, there... Yeah, hang on. It's gonna hurt. I have not watched it yet. I want to watch it. I love Del Toro's work, and I love Oscar Isaac, so it's on the agenda. Stranger Things is today, so expect to see a review of that out in the next day or two as soon as Chris and I get a chance to sit down and watch it. Final season. We have been watching it and reviewing it ever since it started. Yeah, it's definitely lazy. Because here's the thing, Ali, like, the more... It is a low-hanging fruit target, and it allows you to get more players into your game. So we had that developer... I read an email out. I don't know if you were here for that yesterday. I got an email from a developer yesterday morning at the beginning of the stream where they had reached out and said, hey, our creative director is resisting us. We've been trying to convince him to put controller support in the game, and he's resisting, saying, "Oh, but it's not necessary." But then this person watched my video on why just difficulty sliders are good things and why we need controller support for like the kid who can't play a game because she has no hands and she's playing with a controller using her feet. And like, you want to be able to have those people playing your games. The more people that play your games, the better. And he was like, we even have a programmer on staff who doesn't have any arms. And I'm like, that's, yeah, if your creative director doesn't see controller support as the lowest, because it's literally a plugin for Unity and Unreal. It's a plugin with blueprints on the Unreal. And Unity, it's just a plugin. It's literally a plugin that someone with no programming skill can get working in a game within one afternoon. That's how easy it is to get controller support into a game. You don't need any programming skill. It's a drag and drop plugin, and it just maps the commands, right? It's literally that easy. So when I see developers who won't put controller support, I'm literally just like lazy, because there is some hard work that goes into getting it working perfectly. Because if you want to have a UI that works, the UI takes development time, and if a developer is on a tight budget, that can absolutely legitimately be a concern. And there may be features that they would rather focus on, or mechanics, as opposed to getting the controller UI to work properly. But I'm always going to err on the side of the more people playing your game, the better. And if you can get a controller support working in your game within a week, UI and everything, then you've just guaranteed that you're going to make X amount more sales. Because now you're going to be making your game more accessible to more people. So, not everyone has to share that opinion. That's just one person's opinion. But I can literally sit here all morning and talk about the reasons why a developer should be taking the time to put controller support in it. And I will never, ever agree with a developer who's like, well, but, and it's like, no. Lazy. Lazy. Just make it happen. Well, I feel like there was not very much, weren't there some tents around here where I could find ballistic?
Oh, hello. Are you here to join up?
Nah, this wasn't it. I could have sworn there were some barracks around here. Aha! Here they are. Really? You guys are gonna short me on ballistic fiber? Bow, 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 bow. Jangle is the tooth monkey. Ooh. Creepy. rat poison. Well, I got a little bit of goodies there. It depends on the game, because not all games have complicated UIs. So I would like to point at Voyagers of Nera as something we've been playing recently. And the team, for their launch of their early access, they used a Steam overlay that the team themselves worked on, right? So rather than getting controller support in, they did a Steam. They did Steam overlay. So the launch of which we're playing Voyagers of Nera on a key from Treehouse. So I'm gonna point to them as the perfect example. So when they launched their early access, which was in September, it launched into early access mouse and keyboard primary with Steam overlay support, which made it about 60% effective to play on a controller. There were some things that weren't working. And this is why I say Steam overlay is not a solution. Because the team said, we don't have controller support ready right now. We're not, they have a lot of complexities in their game and in terms of building structures and stuff. And it's not just about, so I should probably take this back a bit and say some of it does depend, I guess, kind of on the game that you have. So if I were to take that game as an example, the first thing they did as soon as they launched into early access, they went, oh, that Steam overlay is not going to be good enough. So we're going to get controller support into the game. Because they didn't put any development time into controller support. So the very first thing that they did for the very first patch was they dedicated a team member to getting controller support working. And the very first patch that they did, which was a month later, included full Xbox controller support for their early access title. That's how easy it is. All it takes is a team willing to just be like, all right, we're going to put a guy on that and get it done. Because they had so many people who were playing the game going, we want to play this on a controller. It's not working right with Steam overlay. You guys have got to get like native controller support. And they did it. And they're working in Unreal. So it's just plugins and blueprints. It's all literally blueprints is drag and drop. For anybody who hasn't ever seen blueprints at work, it is a drag and drop program where it's nodes. So you just connect nodes together. So you're dragging and dropping nodes onto a screen, and then you're dragging a line over from another node, and you're connecting a line between two nodes, and then you can rearrange the nodes on the screen for visual layout. But it's literally drag and drop. That's how blueprints work. It's fucking amazing. It means an idiot like me with no programming skill can go in and make something work. And that's literally what they did. And they have a complex game which has a modular building, because the ships have modular building going on. There's the construction stuff. There's all the crafting and survival stuff. Plus they have the combat system. They have the surfboards. They have swimming. They have all these different types of weapons. Like Voyages of Nera is a complex game in terms of all the things that are going on the screen. And that little indie team of like 12 people or whatever it is went, oh yeah, controller support is important. We're going to put a guy on it. And a month later, full controller support. And it's like, when I look at a little indie team like that who gives a shit, who can turn around in a month and get it working for their early access title, I have no sympathy whatsoever for companies who push a product out into a full 1.0 launch and they don't have proper controller support. And I'm like, you had 4 or 5 years or whatever to put this game out there and you didn't get controller support in? Like, I'm sorry, what? Do better. see here. Do I really need to be carrying around all these bandanas? Probably not. No, no, don't scrap it. Hang on. I'm at the wrong. How do those sunglasses look compared to the ones I'm using? And we need some sunlight. Nah. Oh, no, I accidentally dropped them. Hang on, where'd they go? My bad. Put those on. Correct. I mean, yeah, World of Warcraft got controller support. What was it? Shadowlands, I think, was when they added controller support. And it's not perfect. Like, you actually have to set shit up. Like, I made a video on that on my YouTube channel like 3 years ago, whenever, because as soon as I found out it had controller support, it did take about an hour to set it up, because they don't. It's like they have controller support, but like the buttons don't work. Like you have to set up all the buttons and tell the controller what to do. So it's not just like out of the box the controller is going to work. But they did add controller support. But you do have to go in and set up the controller so that the buttons map properly. And that takes, you know, an hour of time to set it all up. Whereas other games, like Final Fantasy XIV, when they brought it to the console and added controller support, it's a weird... It works. But it's definitely a weird system. But I mean, it works, you know. And then they could do, like, you can also go the Baldur's Gate 3 route, which is when they had it where, like, the UI is completely different. So, like, if you're playing mouse and keyboard, the UIs... Because I played... When Baldur's Gate 3 launched, I was playing it on the PC. I had been playing early access for like 3 years with mouse and keyboard, and as soon as it hit launch, they added controller support, and it was seamless. But it would switch the whole UI, so there was like a half a second to full second pause when I was playing Baldur's Gate 3, where the game would just sort of pause for a second as the UI switched over. And then suddenly you'd be on a completely different UI, which was one way of doing it, which is really complex, as opposed to just having one UI that is the same for everything, but then it just switches the tooltips over. So like some games will do, like that's the easier way to do it, is just have the same UI and then the tooltips change. But they chose to go the route of we're going to have its own UI for the controller. Libby says, cool t-shirt. Oh, thank you. My wife dresses me, so you can... we can congratulate my wife on buying me cool t-shirts. Because if it was just me, I would be playing the game wearing plain t-shirts from like 20 years ago that have holes in them. Alright, well, I think we're just going to go back to adventuring and not worry about it. shotgun.
Intruder, identify yourself.
Welcome to Toga Civic Center.
Something has like an automatic fire that's just going non-stop. Oh my god.
Civic Center welcomes you. Presidential Debate House. Civic Center is your home. Future of atomic road sound.
Man, I'm gonna have to find some more food because I am out of like. No, I didn't mean to drop the spices. I do have another steak. The tools for developers are getting easier and easier to use. As long as you are working with a modern engine like Unreal. Unreal 5 is, without a shadow of a doubt, the best game engine on the market for the average ordinary person because it doesn't require a lot of technical know-how to get up and going and make a good game. Whereas Godot or other engines require you to have more programming expertise to make something functioning in terms of single player stuff. If you're talking multiplayer, that's different because you need an engineer on board to create the backbone of server structure and chat servers and login servers and all the engineering that goes into making a multiplayer work, especially if you want server-side authoritative versus not. That way you can keep hackers and modders out. But from a just generally speaking, there is a reason that the Unreal Engine 5 has dominated the marketplace. Well, no, here's the thing with that, Transcend. So they just bought it back, right? They chose to abandon. So what Riot had been working on for the past 3 years was a cross-play game that had full cross-play and cross-progression, right? That's what Riot had been working on. And then that 3 years worth of work, Simon decided to throw that away and say, I don't like where they had taken that direction. So Riot was working on a build that had full crossplay and cross progression, meaning controller support, PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, and PC all together. And Simon said, I don't want to do that. I would rather go back to the build from 4 years ago, which doesn't have the crossplay and is just PC only, mouse and keyboard, because that has more of the features and the freedom and builds, creative mode, and all that other stuff. I would rather go back to that, start from scratch using that because it has more of the features that we feel would allow us to go into early access sooner. And we'll build from there and work towards potentially, maybe, according to the blog post, we hope to have potentially, maybe, have crossplay in the future. Potentially, maybe. So Riot was developing it with controller support and as a full crossplay game. But they chose to throw that out the window when they picked it back up. I don't know the complexities of why, but that's in the blog post that they published last week. So the reason they chose to go with the 4-year-old build on the old engine is because it had more of the features that they felt would support the early access. So being able to get it out there now, as opposed to needing to spend a couple of years working within the thing that Riot had handed off to them, that was a strategic decision on their end to get it to early access quicker, which is fine. I mean, I get it. But it's definitely one of those things where as long as you're comfortable with limiting your audience during early access. Yeah, you can look at Stalker 2 as a good example of that. Stalker 2 literally got help from Microsoft to bring that game to launch. And Microsoft absolutely helped with all of the multiplayer server stuff. 100%. That's the benefit of working with a publisher in some cases. Not all cases, but... who else is working with... God, there was a company recently... I gotta think on it now. Because they have a publishing partner. God, it is something we are playing. It's in early access. Oh, Solasta 2. So Solasta already launched a successful project. Tactical Adventures already did their first project. Solasta Crown of the Magister had a very successful launch, and they are partnering with... It's the company that just did Expedition 33. That company. They are partnering with that company for the launch of Solasta 2. It is a strategic partnership, but they did a dev diary a couple weeks back, few weeks back, and in that developer live stream, the head of the studio said, "We are 100% financially independent. They are not. There's no oversight from them whatsoever. They are strategic publishing partners because they have basically, we don't want to take our development time with our little 30-man team and have to deal with all this marketing crap. We would rather just pay someone." Yeah, Kepler. We would rather just have Kepler be in charge of the publishing. They take their percentage and they can get us into markets that our team would otherwise have to work really hard to get into. So in that case, it's a strategic partnership of saying this publisher can support us in all of these ways. Other creative ways are like, I remember when we pitched, we had a pitch to Jagex, and I ended up having like multiple emails, got on the phone a couple of times, and was talking to Jagex. And the discussion that I was having with Jagex was for X amount of millions in funding in exchange for a percentage of the partnership or a percentage of the sales in Europe, and they would also provide why am I blanking on it? When a game gets translated into other languages, localization. They would provide localization support and publishing support across all of Europe, and also all of the marketing on the European side. So that was something that's been 10 years ago, I think, 8 or 10 years ago that I was having those discussions. So sometimes it just depends on the conversation you're having with the publisher, but things like localization support, controller port. Maybe I don't have the technical expertise to do a controller port, not a controller support, a console port. Maybe I am making a like small indie title that I plan on only launching on the PC because I can self-publish that way. I can launch it on Epic, I can launch it on GOG, and I can launch it on Steam. So I can launch it on 3 marketplaces. I don't need a publisher for that. But maybe because I'm a small team, I don't have the manpower to do a console version of the game. But I speak to a publisher, and the publisher says, well, how about this? We help you get your game ready for console. We will bring in a team of 10 people or 15 people, and they will help you with the console ports. And in exchange, we will cover the funding for that. But in exchange, we want X amount of the profits for Y amount of years, and then after that we want a percentage of this. Usually the way that works is we'll pay for this. It's going to cost $2 million. We'll pay for it, but we're going to take like 80% of the profit for the first 2 years until we recoup our expenses plus like a 10% profit. And then after we've recouped our expenses and earned our 10% profit, we will then take a 30% cut of all future sales after that point. So those are examples of publishing deals. Where you can get support for localization, console ports, publishing, and you don't necessarily have to give up any of your creative control. You just find a strategic partnership. Did he change his clothes? He's not wearing his suit anymore.
Keep quiet and let me do the talking from now. Follow me, and remember, you're my slave.
Oh, there you are. Well, hurry along then, we're late. You're lucky I didn't beat you to the Mylux when I had the chance.
Hey, your slave doesn't have his collar on. You better take him inside and fix that quick before he does something you'll regret.
No worries, old chap. I've got it right here. Poor thing's got the trots, he does. Had to go round the back way so he could do his duty outside before entering. Like the proper scum he is. She'll be all empty now. What do you have to say for yourself, slave? Good, because it'll be the end of
Sorry,
you if
sir.
you do.
Won't happen again, sir.
Just make sure he doesn't make a mess. Because I'm the one who's got to clean it up. And get that stinking collar on him.
Oi! You heard the nice bloke. Come over here, so I can put this collar around your scrawny neck.
This wasn't part of the deal, was it?
Hey, thanks for playing it cool. I signed you up as an alternate to get you into today's match. So you'll go in if one of the current fighters loses before the match is over. I have a good feeling that's gonna happen, if you're picking up what I'm putting down. Now, if you screw up and they try to detonate your collar, it's on to plan B. Kill everyone, save Hal, and make it out alive.
Plan B it is.
While you're down here, I'll work my magic in the stands, doing recon and making deals. There are 3 rounds. You'll need to fend off whatever they throw at you. Between each round, I'll come back here for a pep talk, and we'll discuss our various options. I'm counting on you to come in first. Don't let me down.
You're making me nervous, Sora.
Get out there when they call you, and don't let me down. I've got a lot of caps riding on you.
Alright, well I need to sit and wait to be called. I'll be right back. Time for a haircut. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Thanks, Vano, por las... No sé cómo se llama. Esos regalos en TikTok.
Get out there.
What am I supposed to do here? Fight all the creatures. Can I kill them with anything I want? Of course, I'm diseased or something. Oh! I don't know what that was all about. I went to go talk to the guy and his head exploded. Maybe because he had a collar on or something? I don't know.
Wow, people out there seem impressed. Keep it up, and this will be a piece of cake. Okay, listen up. I found a couple ways we can tip the scale in our favor. And Nuclear Don was using some strange new blend of chems to give himself an edge. And now he's dead. We can steal it. Use it ourselves.
I didn't even have to fight him, though.
A powerful turret system built into the arena. I bet I can hack it and turn it against your targets in the ring.
Let's do it. Hack the turrets for me.
You got it. Based on what I heard, this shouldn't arouse suspicion because malfunctions happen all the time with their system.
Ah, dude, I have a so I put that short out yesterday from Arc Raiders talking about the best part about being a pacifist in Arc Raiders, and I was talking about like it's just it's a short. I knew it was going to be controversial, and it has done exactly what I wanted to. It's going viral on TikTok right now, which is perfect. That's right. Got a bunch of crybaby PvPers making my paycheck for me. I love the. I still go back to that line from Indiana Jones: The Great Circle, where Boss says the easiest thing to manipulate is an underdeveloped male. or a mentally, I forget the exact line, but it's like there's nothing more easy, there's nothing easier to manipulate than an underdeveloped male. Like, alright, I need to find a corner. Oh shit, these things blow up. Oh shit, there's a lot of these. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Fuck. Oh no! Oh no! Like, oh my god, that's... How do I... Get out. Let the turret do its job. My goodness. I have to try to reload in between all of this. Oh wait, this looks like a nice little cubby. Wait, do I have turrets also shooting at me? Or was that just shooting at the target that was near me? Alright. I think we survived that round. That was gnarly, man. Death clouds. So I'm guessing what this is like the crowd votes, and then the loser gets his head blown off. Like, they have the collar on. So the loser blows up. And that's what he was telling me at the beginning, was that I have a fake collar on. So then, if I were to be the one who died, I would then just have to kill everyone. Okay, I think I understand what's going on here a little bit better. Joe says, I had 4 horrible runs this morning. I was able to sneak out 2 horn drivers. Nice. I'm going to take a few days off because I want to play this D&D game. And then I'm going to be interested to see where the game is at in a few days. Because what I would love to see happen is all of the big streamers move on to something else and see what remains. I haven't had any bad luck. But I've seen a bunch of people complaining that the PvP,
Good job, septic survivor. But you're gonna need to do better than that.
like the rats are getting worse, apparently, is what I've been reading. I haven't seen anything happen to me, but
after you win, I'll come meet you down on the arena floor, where we'll go over the final plans.
But I want to go play that D&D game over the next couple of days. So
I also found
and then I'll
some new
go do some more
information we
upgraders.
can use to our advantage, if you so choose. Now, I'm certain I can convince Maxima Maddie to throw the round if I tell her I'll disable her collar and buy her freedom. So what kind of help do you want from me this round?
Convince Maddie to throw the round.
Well, sure thing. Maddie's anxious and focused on self-preservation. She'll be an easy...
Yeah, because it's really annoying,
It's
the
unfortunate
whole
what
streamer
happens
wars
to the
thing.
losers here.
And the
deserves
streamers
to
who
die.
influence the other
I just
people,
need you to
because
go talk to the guard and distract him while I do it. You cool with that, right? Good. Go do your thing and I'll do mine.
distract the guard.
Stand down, slave. It'd be a shame if you were to get injured before your next fight.
Whoa there! Didn't mean to cause trouble, just thought you looked bored standing alone. Want to talk?
You know, slaves are supposed to keep to themselves and shut the hell up. But, what the heck. You're right. I'm bored as shit down here. What do you want to know?
How'd you get to be a guard here?
Yeah, funny story. I ran into Sargento and his gang out in the Capital Wasteland. I was just a scrappy kid at the time, and I stole cans of food from him. Got caught, wound up in a fist fight with the boss man himself. I decked him hard with a sucker punch, but he laughed it off and offered me a job as a caravan guard. When we settled here, I just kept at it. Only now, instead of keeping jerks away, I keep them in.
What was your life like before the bombs fell?
Hell if I know. I might have been 2 years old at the time. This world is all I've ever known.
The Daimyo game, Joe. I played it last night for a little bit. Did an early thoughts video last night. Crazy. All right, we're good. Good chat.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway, going back to, I'll be interested to see what the community is like after the big streamers move on. Because right now I feel like a big problem is you've got a lot of people who are coming over and they have the mentality of like, well, the big streamers are, you know, we're supposed to shoot everyone on sight and not chat. It's like, I think when Allie and I were playing the other day, doing duos, we ran into that room where the Bastion was being, somebody was fighting a Bastion inside. We ran into a room and we were just like, I think I was killing a face hugger, and like 6 guys burst into the room and everyone just started fucking shooting. Now granted, after we, you know, people had been down, we were all on open mic going, what the hell, guys, we're just in here doing loot and stuff, and the guys would go, I don't know, my buddy just told me to start shooting. And that's because there's just an unfortunate, like, low IQ group of people who play that game who literally shoot first. Like, they don't, there's no desire to like be on the mic to communicate. It's just shoot everyone. What the? Oh, it's spitting stuff at me. I'm in a corner. Run away from me, you little bitch. Where did he go? Like, I don't know how to get to him. It says round 3 fried to the creature, time to beat. But he like disappeared. Correct. That's the problem. Guys like Peanut and the like low IQ smooth brains who idolize him, because that is literally, the dude just sits there and like horks down Big Macs all stream, every stream, calls everyone a stupid motherfucker and just shoot on sight, kill everyone. Like I when people came into my chat the other day and were like, bungalators, and I'm like, you guys are all a bunch of low IQ smooth brains. Like, I just can't even believe. But I get it. It's, you know, bread in circuses or whatever. Like, low IQ people are entertained by low IQ stuff like that. And so there's a reason he's getting 40,000 people a stream, and it's because Simple minds are captivated by simple things. That's what it comes down to. It's literally what it comes down to.
Target extermination complete. Issuing combat commendation.
Well, yeah, it's the Dr. Disrespect mentality. It's the Andrew Tate. It's literally, that's who watches those guys. It's the same people who watch Dr. Disrespect, the same people who watch Andrew Tate, are the same people who watch Peanut and are like, oh my god, this guy is the best guy ever. I want to do everything he says to do because he's just amazing. Because he's got 40,000 people watching him, and it's like, oh man, I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you if you think that.
Listen up. Here's what's gonna happen now. Sargento will offer you a drink from the winner's cup. It's laced with a heavy sedative to knock you out and counter the adrenaline, in case you were to try something stupid. Here's a key. Keep it hidden. After you and Hal bust out, meet me here. Okay, look. Sargento's coming. He already wants to buy you, so other than the formalities, it's a done deal. Any questions? Alrighty.
Time to get back into character then.
Whatever's bouncing over there needs to stop. That's really annoying.
Oi, Sargento. Ready. Ready. Your fighters perform just...
Yep, hang out as long as you want, Jeremy.
There's a lot of profit to be made from a grind killer like this.
Sure you want to give him up? Yeah, mate. I'm chuffed. But I'm looking to move on out. And I think he's better served here with you.
Hey, I get it. You gotta fetch a good price while you still can. Anything else I should know about this one?
Bit dim and may smell like a well-used loo. But that's the worst of it.
Hey, you're a good one, Reg. You got yourself a deal. Now, we'll settle up after I put up with my others. All right, my new slave. Time to celebrate with a drink from the winner's cup. Bottoms up.
Alright, so that's gonna drug me into a cell. Oh, while I'm doing this, hang on a second, I gotta check an email. Okay, I had to submit some stuff though, so that's good to go there. Correct, some of the clips could be entertaining, but the live streams, it's you know what I don't know how much. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. We're busting out of here, so I gotta deal with these guys really quick. Where are they at? Dude, Dude, this automatic shotgun is fucking awesome. All right. I don't know if you guys have ever watched or seen clips. So I spend a lot of time on social media, right? Because it's my day job, and there is a very sad type of content that gets created where it'll be some ginormous persona who is morbidly obese, and they will be doing like mukbang ASMR stuff, right? And that's how they make a living. They're literally killing themselves on stream, killing themselves to make content, where they are literally sitting there. There's one guy I've seen clips of, he's from the UK. He can't even breathe. Everybody like in the comments are like he has waking apnea. He doesn't have sleep apnea. He has he's so fat he can't fucking breathe. And he'll be like he'll be like have a hoagie, like a sandwich, like a big Subway sandwich, you know, and he'll put like half the fucking thing in his mouth, and he's like like struggling to breathe in between bites. And it racks up, 500,000 views, 350,000 likes. No, not Nikocado, because he's lost all the weight and done the weird surgeries and stuff. He's like 5 years ago. But there are these just ginormously fat people and it's like the culture who celebrate those people, the culture who watches that type of content, the people who find that entertaining. When I see somebody doing that on stream when I see a clip of those people who can't even breathe, and the video has like 350,000 likes and people are celebrating that, I literally feel pity. I feel sad for that person, and I feel sad for the people watching that who think that that is worthy of liking, and they think that that's entertainment. That person needs to be in a mental health care facility. That person needs to have an intervention. That person needs to be told, you're killing yourself. You need to go on a diet. You need to eat healthy foods. Like, you need to have a person who is, and they don't have that. So because we've created this culture where we celebrate excess, we celebrate obesity, we celebrate things like that. And that's when I see like Peanut and Dr. Disrespect and Nick the Merc and some of these guys who have these personalities that they have created, and they're getting 40, 50,000 people watching their live streams, and I watch these brainless morons celebrate the people who celebrate Andrew Tate, that kind of stuff. Like, when I see that content being like celebrated, it makes me sick to my stomach, and it makes me feel very sorry for the people who enjoy that type of content and for the types of people who create that, because they're literally there was actually a guy, he got famous on TikTok. That'd be my fat ass. Like, he was literally, that'd be my fat ass. He got famous for being a fat motherfucker on TikTok who just gorged himself with food to rack up views and pay his rent. He ended up becoming homeless. He ended up living out of hotels because he couldn't, and he just like chain smoked and force fed himself so that he could rack up thousands of views on social media. And then he died of a heart attack. Like 6 months ago or something, he died of a heart attack alone in a hotel room, And I'm just like, every time I see a clip of like Peanut like horking down his 5th Big Mac of the day, and I'm just like watching him scream at people, kill them all, and people are celebrating it. I'm just like, I can't, man. And then you have his followers and stuff like, you're just jealous because you don't have the following he does, and it's like, honey, there is a reason that certain political parties are in, like, Jesus, people like you. I don't want to be a part of that society. Let's just put it that way. I don't want to be a part of that society. It's not something I think it's if you've ever watched God, what is the Mike Judge movie? Idiocracy, I think is the name of it. If you've ever seen Idiocracy, that's what we're living in. We're living in Idiocracy right now. That's the world we live in. And I'm terrified of that world. I don't want any part of it. Yeah, Mr. Cholo over on TikTok says, sounds like you're a hater, not gonna lie. Maybe you're too old for games then. See, that's part of the problem right there is the kids like Cholo who think that they're edgelords. And they're like, you're too old, go away. You're too old for games. You sound like a hater. Yeah, okay. Sure. So, it's one of those things. I don't think there's anything worth celebrating when you're killing yourself in front of a camera. Like obesity and those types of mindsets where we're celebrating low IQ, smooth brain activities. I don't think that that's anything worth celebrating at all. Cheeseburgers have electrolytes. Hey man, I do love my burgers, but Jesus, moderation, please. That is true, Machine Lord. Mr. Cholo could be an edgelord. Like, they could be a legit edgelord right now. We could be in the presence of a verified edgelord.
New guy, huh? Hope you last longer than the last one.
Johnny, I'm here to rescue you.
Wait, Johnny? I'm surprised he'd come to save me. That's great. What's the plan?
I've got a key.
Not the most elegant solution, but between the two of us, I think we can manage. The guard shift's usually pretty light about now. Once you make a move, I'll be right behind you.
Let's do it. Here's Johnny.
Johnny! How the heck are you? Thanks for busting me out of there.
Hal. My man. You look like hell. And it suits you. Because that's exactly where you're going.
Oh shit! Did not expect that to happen. What the hell, Johnny?
Hey. Thanks, Vault Dweller.
What the hell, Johnny?
I did. Sorry for misleading you, but if you knew I was only coming here to kill Hal, you probably wouldn't have come along.
You guys remember Boogie 9118 or whatever his name was? Like, how did he get famous? Like 10 years ago or whatever. How did he get famous? He got famous by being a big fat fucking slob on the internet, drinking shitloads of Mountain Dew, throwing himself into the pool. And that character he created, Francis or whatever, right? Like, it's not like it's new, but we just have a new wave of those types of content creators.
Hal ripped me off.
And what happened? Like, he got famous, he made money, and then he's completely disappeared. Like, he got his teeth fixed, he lost a bunch of weight, had gastric bypass surgery, and then everybody quit caring because he was no longer the fat slob.
Message that no one pulls a fast one on Gentleman Johnny.
Once he stopped doing the Francis character, he stopped being relevant. And then he tried to get back into relevancy by doing crazy stunts, and it like totally backfired on him. And he's been like, it's been 4 or 5 years since I've seen anything from him.
In this business, you gotta be cold. Look at it this way. All at
I think
once,
maybe a
got
year
my
ago he
revenge and
was
saved
in the
him from a
news because he
lifetime
like
of
stripped
servitude.
naked and like showed his
Think of it as
pecker
a small mercy.
on a live stream and got banned from Twitch for like a week or something. And I'm like, that's what you have to offer the world?
Okay. Before we go, there's one
What's up, Thorgan?
small matter we should discuss. I want you to tell Meg I get a 50% cut of the gang share
I have
of the
2
vault
NASA
loot,
shirts, Thorgan. This is.
or I walk.
I like this one more than the other one. I have a different one too, but I like the other one.
Meg knows she needs me. So now you get to decide whether I'm worth it.
I don't even know who that is.
Or if we
Morbid.
call this whole thing off.
Who's Keemstar? Lower it. Tell Meg yourself.
All right, you drive a hard bargain. 25% it is. Back to the crater then, shall we?
Oh, I didn't mean to go to the exterior. He did. Yeah, he was doing decent content creator. You know, he was doing decent content. I remember I first came across him like when he was doing the Pantheon Rise of the Fallen stuff, because he was promoting the Kickstarter, and he did an interview with Brad McQuaid talking about how EverQuest was such a big part of his life and everything. And I remember watching that video, and then I followed his YouTube channel and I followed his content for a while, and he was a pretty decent content creator. And then all of a sudden, you know, it's just, I don't know. It was like shooting guns and going to court and getting accused of like SA with various chicks and divorce and just all sorts of like crazy stuff.
We got everything we need.
And like
So
airing
we're
public
just waiting
drama.
on you to make up your mind, 7-6. You ready to roll?
Warning. Okay, no, I'm not ready. No. I did not know. Apparently this is a pick one side or the other
Always speaking
type of quest. I think this was the other side. Keemstar is another edgelord known for stirring up big drama with YouTube creators years ago. Huh. I mean, I know the name, but I don't know, like... So... Yeah, no idea. Now I'm on Wiki reading. Crazy. Games have made kids what they are now. They don't know how to go outside and play. It's correct. They don't know how to go outside and touch grass anymore. Keyboard warriors are another big problem with today's culture as well, as these kids who think that because they act all tough on the internet. And I'm like, y'all. Come say that to my face. I triple dog dare you. I am going to hold on to that. I'm going to hold on to that. Left arm. Left leg. These I don't care about. 52, 52. That's better than the BOS one I'm wearing. Let's see how I can mod it. I saw on Twitter yesterday there's a group of people who have like formed an alliance and they want you to wear a specific uniform, and the whole objective is to, yeah, Joe, they go in and like their specific goal is to go in and help casual players against the rats. So I mean, that's, if that kind of stuff can continue, my hope, excuse me, as I choke on my cough, my hope is that eventually the rat community will move on, and what's left are the people who just want to play the game for fun. And it's kind of like Dune Awakening. I just avoided the deep desert because I didn't want to deal with the assholes. And I had a great time. Put like 600 hours into Dune Awakening, and I loved every minute of it. And I was able to enjoy it by completely ignoring the deep desert where all the assholes were at. They'll all circle back to Tarkov eventually. Okay, I was able to get a nicely upgraded breastplate out of that, though. Like, out of all of that, that's reinforced pneumatic combat armor chest is pretty badass. Alright, my grandniece is up and awake, and we're about 3 hours in, so we're going to take a break. I'm going to go say good morning to her, go to the park, I'm going to do some exercises, and then I'm going to be back, and we're going to continue that D&D game we started playing last night, which is the Daimyo Dungeons & Dragons. Because that was pretty cool, and I'd like to see how far we can get. I have been told that if you're playing single player, there is sort of a brick wall that you hit when you're ready to move on to campaign 2, because they are trying to push people to play the co-op. And so I'm interested to see how that progression works. But I had quite a bit of fun last night playing for the hour or so that I played at the end of the day yesterday. So, yeah, probably like an hour, hour and a half, I'll be back for the next stream. So if you're watching right now on Twitch, Kick, or TikTok, make sure you get over to YouTube, because everything in between streams happens over there. Stranger Things, the final season starts today. Expect to see a review of that up on the channel soon as Chris and I get a chance to sit down and watch it. I might actually watch it independent of her just so that I can get a review up. I haven't decided yet, because she won't be able to watch anything until Friday night, because we have our grandniece. But we are going to be reviewing that show. I'm also reviewing Pluribus, if you haven't caught those episodes yet. Don't forget all the socials, the Discord, the Patreon, the Homestead channel, and I'll see everybody here in a bit. Yeah, exactly, Joe. They'll move on to the next trend, and we can have our fun.